Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, my name is Austin. Welcome to my channel, and I want to start off this video with a quote by Benjamin Franklin, and it goes like this. Many people die at the age of 25, but aren't buried until they're 75. Now, you can interpret that quote any way you want, but I think what it means is that many people are sleepwalking through life, and I think it's because that society gives us a script to live our lives by, and it goes a little like this. When you're a kid, life is magical. You dream about animals and nature and all the possibilities of life. Then, at age 18, you enter college with a bunch of dreams. But in order to achieve those dreams, you're told that you have to take on student loans. Once you graduate, you have to start paying off the loans and start thinking more realistic. So you get a job working 40 to 50 hours Monday through Friday while spending 2 hours a day on the commute. As time passes, work becomes consuming and stressful. So in order to justify your hard work, you start buying things with money you don't have, because what's the point of working if you can't enjoy your money? Then at the age of 25, you've taken on so much clutter, debt, and responsibilities that you feel trapped and just start going with the motions of life. And that is the script that society gives us to live our lives by. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is that if everyone is pursuing the exact same path, then I don't know how many people are doing it because that's what they actually want. In my channel, I like to talk about money because I believe if you want to live a free, happy life, you have to control your finances. And in my opinion, that's through being something called a financial minimalist. And a financial minimalist is when you spend your money intentionally on things that bring value to your life, which naturally results in less spending. Now, a lot of people confuse financial minimalism with being cheap, but that is just not true. Financial minimalism is about being intentional. I think that it's just a philosophy of how you want to live your life. So in this video, I want to talk about what I don't buy as a financial minimalist. But when I say the word buy, I'm not talking about literal things that I don't buy, like paper towels or a bunch of stuff. I'm talking about figurative things that I don't buy. I'm talking about the idiomatic expression, meaning to not believe or accept something as truth. Because society sells us much more than just material possessions. Society sells us ideas and beliefs in which we should live our lives by, but we have the power as an individual to say, you know, I don't buy it. I don't accept that idea as my reality. So in this video, I want to talk about 15 things I don't buy as a financial minimalist. But before I begin, por favor, please tell the YouTube algorithm, me gusta el Agustin. This guy, he's okay. He's okay. All right, please just click the like button. All right, now the first thing that I don't buy as a financial minimalist is that success means money. And you know why I don't buy it? Because when I think of some of the most successful people that have ever walked this planet, I think about people like Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Gandhi, and how much money were they making in their lives? I don't know, and I have honestly never even thought about it until I was making this video. They were successful, and they were remembered because what they did and the positive impact they made on humanity. Success doesn't mean money. Money can follow success, but success means making an impact on humanity. If you're a parent, raising your kid is a success. If you're a teacher, inspiring students is a success. Success is not sitting on a private yacht being a jerk to everyone, because if it is, then I have no desire to be successful. I just don't buy it, ladies and gentlemen. And you know the second thing I don't buy is that you need to be rich to live your dreams. I've traveled to 35 countries and I paid for it all with a job that was paying me $8 an hour. Was I born in a rich family? No. Did I have a lot of money when I was doing it? No. My cheapest trip was when I went to Asia and I spent $3,000 including airfare, and I stayed there for 3 months. And for those 3 months, I was living my dream. And I was able to do it by getting paid the lowest amount that is legally possible in Estados Unidos. I just don't buy that we all can't live our dreams. So I ask you, what's your dream? Go out and pursue it, because we only get one life. And the third thing that I don't buy is that money is complicated. Like most things in this world, we have complicated money and it allowed it to control our lives. We have fallen for the man's tricks, thinking that a big house, a new car, and a bunch of possessions will make you happy, but it doesn't. It just keeps you in debt and complicates money because it adds interest, payment, and debt collectors. I just don't buy that money is complicated. I think it's complicated because we have made it complicated, but we have the power to simplify it. And the fourth thing I don't buy is that debt is inevitable. I just don't buy that debt is a reality of life. I think that all debt is a cultural construct put in place by the man to control our lives. And I refuse to add debt in my life and allow it to control me, because in order to maximize my time on planet Earth, I need debt out of my life. And I just don't buy that I have to have debt, because I think debt is just a cultural construct and it can easily be avoided. And you know what else I don't buy? I don't buy that I was born broken. From the second we're born, we're told that we're broken and we need to be fixed. And how do we fix ourselves? Well, we get a bunch of stuff, a big house and a fancy job title. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You were born complete. There's nothing on this earth that is going to make you any more complete than you already are right now. I don't buy that I need a bunch of material possessions until I'm complete, because I think that we're all born complete. And the sixth thing that I don't buy is that enjoyment is expensive. Many people think that you need to spend a lot of money to relax and unwind, that you need to spend hundreds of dollars going to a spa, but this is just not true. We often separate ourselves from nature as if it's something different, but we are nature and we need to be in it. It feeds your soul. It's really good for you. And the best part about nature is that Mother Nature don't want your money. Mother Nature don't charge anything. I don't buy that you need to spend a lot of money to relax and unwind, because I think that all you need to do is just go outside and be with nature and feed your soul. And I think that nobody is immune to the power of nature. And the seventh thing that I don't buy is that life is boring. Life can be boring because we have made it boring. We have made cubicles, traffic, and 40-hour work weeks. And these things have stolen from the soul of the world, because as Paulo Coelho said in the book The Alchemist, the soul of the world is nourished by people's happiness. Life is magical. We have mountains that explode a fiery liquid, fish the size of buses, and candy that grows on trees. I don't buy that life is boring, because I think that all adults are just jaded kids that need to be reminded of how magical this world is. And we need to enjoy every single second by mastering money. And the eighth thing I don't buy is that millionaires are better than people with $0. When I was a kid, society taught me that millionaires were better than me because they had more zeros in their bank account. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. We all poop, we all fart, and we all have diarrhea every now and then. That should be enough proof that we are all the same and that no human being is better than another human being. And I just don't buy that this artificial thing that we have made up that controls our lives makes any human being better than another. I think we are all just human beings trying to figure out this thing called life. And the ninth thing that I don't buy is that a life of luxury will make you happy. In my last video, I spoke about how when you choose to live a life of luxury, we never ask ourselves, what do you lose when you pursue that path? You lose relatability, you lose community, and in some ways, you lose what it means to be human. We humans were meant to live together as a species and be able to relate to each other. It's built in our DNA, and it's very important for our mental health. A life of luxury can separate you from other people and make it impossible to relate to other people, which I think makes people unhappy. I just don't buy that a life of luxury will make you any happy, because I think that true happiness comes from human community. And the 10th thing that I don't buy is that human beings are serious. We all poop, we all fart, and we all have diarrhea every now and then, and those things are funny. Sometimes, though, the diarrhea isn't always funny in the moment, and sometimes the farts aren't always farts, but as they say, laughter is the best medicine. Money makes people incredibly serious, but I think this is unnatural behavior for our species, and we just need to chill out a little bit. I don't buy that I need to be serious and rude to other people to get respect, because if I do, then I don't want to associate myself with those people. And the 11th thing that I don't buy is that I need to be constantly growing. There was a quote I heard the other day that said, if you're not growing, you're dying. And that is just not true. If you're enjoying life, you're living, you're not dying. Society teaches us that we should always be growing, but society never teaches us to just be happy in the moment and just be content. And finding contentment is very important, just as important as growing. And I just don't buy that we always need to be growing. I think we all need to chill out a little bit, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy life because life is short. And the 12th thing that I don't buy is that 24 hours is 24 hours. I don't think that time is linear. I don't think that 8 hours on a Monday working is the same length of time as 8 hours in the mountains on a Saturday. The longest 2 years of my life was when I was living in Ecuador, and it felt so long because I was learning new things and I was so curious. I don't think it's about the quantity of time you get on this planet. I think it's about the quality of time you get. And I don't buy that I need to wait until I'm 65 to live my life because I can climb mountains right now, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that when I'm 65. So I'm not going to live my life on the bet that I can buy myself the time to do it later. And the 13th thing that I don't buy is that you need to spend your whole life working. In my last video, I spoke about how we only get one life and people are living like they're going to get more than one. Work is important and it's important to move society forward, but working 40 to 50 hours a week, getting 2 weeks off a year is not the answer. We need a better balance and you need to take longer breaks in life because what happens is you end up being more productive because you feel more relaxed and refreshed. And I just don't buy that we need to work 40 to 50 hours a week and only have 2 weeks off a year in order to move society forward. And the 14th thing that I don't buy is that we need a lot to live. In a past video, I spoke about how I spent 2 years living in Ecuador, and in those 2 years, I bought almost nothing. I had the same clothes, the same phone, and I took public transportation everywhere. And what you end up learning is that there are only 3 things in this world that you need, and that's food, water, and shelter. Everything else beyond that is optional. Life is becoming more expensive because we have more stuff. People are trying to convince you that you need something, but if someone has to convince you that you need something, then you don't need it. I don't buy that we need a lot to live because I think that all we really need in this world is food, water, and shelter. Everything else is just marketing. And the last thing that I don't buy is that we own the earth. A lot of people talk about the earth as if we own it, but the reality is the earth owns us, and the earth can take us out in a second if it wants to. The most powerful decision an individual can make to protect the environment is not from recycling or buying eco-friendly products. It's by consuming less stuff. And I don't buy that we own the earth. I think the earth owns us, and we need to respect it. And the best way to do that is by being a financial minimalist and consuming less. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been very exciting this last week just seeing my channel skyrocket. So thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Que tenga un buen día. Nos vemos, chicos.